eating and lodging and clothing, so that they could go with the life in a independent and in a proudful way, in a self-respecting way, so that self-esteem could be maintained. If self-respect and self-esteem is not maintained by the state, so whatever the discrepancies and delinquencies are coming from the person, that can't we expect from the dropout can't be or the reaction can't be measured from the individual, rather it would all be coming from the state lapses. So once again, what society question is very, very intelligent one. So everyone is getting birth in a family. Family is a basic unit, and family is having some cases, some persons, and in the modern sense, they are turning into individualism, and parents' role is becoming shorter and shorter, and state role is becoming greater and greater, because state is owning the resources, and state is owning the think tanks, and state is owning the policy makers, and state is owning the cabinet members, and state is owning the representatives. That's why state is to play the full-fledged role, and that is to play the role of the parents, like father figures and god figures, and they are not to play the role of dishonest parents. As you know, no parents and no teachers are to be dishonest with their sons and daughters, or with their students. In the same way, you can say the state owners or the ruling class's responsibility is like parental responsibility, and they are not to stay away from the playing the role of right kind of responsibility. They are not to go for protection of their votes and extension of their designs, and you can say making designs for hoarding of the resources. Rather, they are to go for honest, you can say, rulers, the way the early class of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam's the fellows were developed and nourished and trained and built and made able how to live and give a set example and stay role model till the doomsday, the last day of the world over here in the universe, that they were to be a torch bearer, and they were to be a beacon house for all of the human being. So once again, when we come to the basic question, I am repeating again and again the same question that was put to me: what's society? Why I am repeating again and again? Because I am knocking the point again and again that when we say society, the first figure is the first platform for first entrant, first appearance for a child is the family. Family nourishes and makes the able to step into the world of probabilities and chances and opportunities. And first time when a child steps into the world of probabilities and possibilities and chances and the opportunities, that is school. In the present sense, no one is just getting all education from the family, or where from it is getting birth. Rather the present, you can say, training is coming at the institutions. So behavioral patterning and psychological development and personality development and intuitional development, intellectual built up, and all the nourishment, that is biological nourishment and intellectual nourishment. Biological, you can say, nourishment all depends at the parents, that they are to feed the child in a better way. There should be no nutrition problems. You can say hygienically and nutritionally, cleanliness and you can say the body making and the biological, you can say, built up all depends at the parents, or some sources that are made by the state, that no parent should be poor or weak enough that they can't you can say breed the child and could build it physically well, so that faculty of the mind would not be weaker one. When the child is sent into school, the teacher is teaching and telling, and but the student is getting nothing, and he is loss of preciousness, and loss of wit, and loss of mind, and loss of presence, and loss of memory. So teacher's job only could take start when parents are feeding the child in a well way. If parents are not feeding the well, then the extending arm of the you can say the government or the state is to be there, because the taxation system and the return that comes from the public government, you can say, become this one necessity to feed every child and every entity of the being until they would not reach to their desired destination, or desired, you can say, target set for the every being of the state and the country, where the person is getting formation and shaping of the character and the personality and the intellectual development and the physical development, and becoming the part. So when the question is there, what's a society? So first is the family, second is the teachers and the faculty members, and the building, and the, you can say, ground, and the stadium, and the laboratory where the person is trained. That is institution that goes from school, from primary to middle and matric, and then onward to the college, and then to the university, and then to the higher researching areas, where from a person becomes the citizen of the global epoch. So our approach. So here you can say the first unit of the society is the family. Second is you can say teachers. Teachers are the second parents, and teachers are another transmitting of the philosophy of the life, training of the life, fundamental disciplines and rules, and how to be integral part of the society. It's all the teachers that are to make them. So teachers and parents are the first forces that are making a being a better being, and that being that is to go ahead in life and to be the part of civilized society. So these are the two early breeders at the physical and the intellectual world. Then you can say when a person is present in the institution like school and college or university or wherever the research sources or refresher courses as are going on at the official level, at the professional level. The another part is what's the person choices. The choices mean everyone is having some likes and dislikes, and wherever the likes and dislikes are getting shared, it develops a sense of harmony, a sense of you can say affection, or somewhat sympathy, or somewhat coordination. I mean to say a friendly kind of feelings develop, and these could be your the class fellows, child's class fellows, and it could be child's you can say teachers. So as in the present world, teachers are also having somewhat of friendly gestures and friendly moves and drives, and that are making a person a right kind of person, a child, or right-minded. That if early at the earliest stage, somewhat is shifted into personalities, minds and souls and hearts, and physics are built on such balanced, you can say, diets. So mind and faculties also work, and memory become good, and understanding become good, and people start falling, and they become humble and down to earth, as well as how to face up with the people other than the troubling and the creating problem for a person. So here you can say I have gone through the three areas of the question, what society means. The first part is family, second is the, you can say, teachers, third are the friends that are also in the school, and then in the neighboring street, in the neighboring circle. Largely they are class fellows at the earlier age, because children are likely, you can say, following to those of the class fellows and the near ones and the dear ones and the close ones that were all to be followed. Then the street fellows mean then they are coming off with their studies. They step into the street and they play with the neighbors' children. They also become the part of the society. So they also start developing some behavioral patterning, start how to talk, how to interact, and how to behave, and how to react, and what are the lengths of their understanding, and what are the lengths of their reaction, and what are the lengths of their approaching and understanding and deciding about, and you can say approaching, and so there come many of the things at the freelancing or free understanding when the children are playing in the for example street, when they are present at the recess hour in the school, and when they are present in the family at the growing age, and some friends are coming to their home, and they are being introduced and exchanging views to their parents and their children, and then visiting and exchanging the visit to the neighboring one, then making of the friends, and then in this way the you can say gallery of friends start increasing, and a person reaches at somewhat excellence level, and it become very you can say intimate kind of journey for a child, and it makes a person easy and satisfied one that what it is desiring for at the friends level and at the making of the books. So books are also friends, but it comes later other than the syllabus that they are to study and to understand and experience literature. Though at the earlier phase, at the primary level, you can say parents are there to give them storybooks so that they could spark their imaginations. They could open the parachutes of their thinking patterning, and how to get more awareness of the around and surround. But the foremost and the highest need is first they should aware of the syllabus, and there should be somewhat productive kind of material present in the syllabus. So society and socialization and like interaction and understanding to others, and how to go for others at the earlier age, somewhat humanitarian and sympathetic kind of feelings to be developed, apart from making a person at the earliest stage a mechanical, that you are to talk to this one and you are not to talk this one. Rather, the child should be made a strong-minded, should be aware of, and should be let free to some extent within the limitations that those they could go for interaction. And because what interaction could give the person guidance or the child guidance that what's right or wrong. After being right or doing wrong, there should be certification, assurance, and there should be somewhat guidance by right way that would make them aware of what's true life and how life should be experienced and to be understood. It's understood. So moving on, what society basic question that was put to me and asked in different layers. I have reached at the three areas. First, society is your parents, family, and then your teachers and your foremost class fellows that appear to be later friends, lifetime friends. They appear to be sometimes they become co-matches at the faculties and understanding, and later on careering and reaching to excellence, same kind of subject, same kind of area of interest and develop, and they try to gather and go-getter kind of schemes develop, and if they reach to universities and come out with the certification and degrees, they could step into the world of business, and they could be matchmakers, true matchers, being matchless capabilities and capacities and you can say potentialities. So when we say about what society, three areas have been set aside. Now we are to, or I am to take the next one is the professional world. You get early training at the family, then at the teaching, then at the friends level, then what you get your certification, you step into the world of probabilities and possibilities. Possibilities mean what you have capabilities and your personalities training and your mental and temperamental development, what you are temperamentally and what you are certificate point of view by degree. Then you are tested and through to the world of opportunities and world of competitions and world of where matches take start to get the adjustments and adaptabilities. So you are made to be adjusted, you are made to be applied, you are made to be adaptable and trained enough so that you could rise in life in a proudful way. So what comes next? That is a professional training. When you join the office, there takes the start of your official world, where is discipline, where is some code of conduct, where is how to interact with other, how to take care of the world of seniority and the juniority and the different, you can say, courses of actions are there, but it's all how to make a right kind of atmosphere and environment. So society, that is also society. For example, you are appearing to a teacher, you are the part of society as a teacher. If you are appearing to be a doctor, you are later to be a doctor, you are to serve the patients, you are to eradicate the evils and mean at the physical sickness and physical ailments that are coming on. You are to diagnose and cure that one, because as a doctor you are having another prime duty. Mean the teachers and doctors, though these are two areas of professions that are truly running the department of humanity apart from what they are earning, but teacher and doctors are the instrument of humanity, because in both hands the lives of the people are there. One is intellectual life and others is the physical life. Mean they are to cure them, they are to treat them. In the same way the teacher cure and treat, and they are the surgeon of the souls and body. In the same in the character building, in the same way they are the surgeon of the body. If somewhere there goes cancer, somewhere goes ailment, goes somewhat turbulent in the body, they are made to correctified, and corrective measures or steps are taken there, and mean making a person physically fit and hit, and intellectually and physically made hit and fit, that become a servant to the state, servant to the people. Right servant mean a true person who could give a service to the humanity at the large, that the people should live in a healthy way and wealthy way and a balanced way, and they could get well and could serve the other people in a right way. So professionalism when takes start, it could be teachers, it could be journalists, as journalists' job is to point out the pitfalls and evils in the society and evils in the governorship, evils in the you can say politician, and there are also the politicians are also the part of society, a particular set of minds and a particular set of representation. Whatever the class of representation is there, or political party is there, agenda is there, but the agenda is after all how to serve their people, and in a unique way, or whatever the way they have, but the simple ways that they are to help out the people to whom they are representing. Though they are not God, that they could feed all ones on the equal grounds, but people are given right and resources from Almighty Allah. They are gifted to the senior authorities, that they are to transfer the sources to every being, that every person should or could get the right of its caliber and its you can say allocation. So if but there are politicians, there are journalists, there are agriculturalists, there are technicians, they are the teachers, and they are the nurses, and they are the doctors, and they are the you can say the administrative figures, security members, whosoever is in whatever the area field, they are respectable, because by one way or the other way they are to go with their job, they go with their responsibility to play their role at the uttermost effort of their uh, training and build up, but their intention must be solid one, intention must be a positive one. If they are at some area incapable to deliver something, they must get learning, they must go for refresher courses, arrangements must be made for the improvement and betterment and enhancement of the skill, and potential mark to be sharpened and to be made better. These are the 3 or 4 areas that make a person part of society in a productive way. Now, these are the 4 areas, mean family, the teachers, and then the friends, and then the world of merit. World of merit means the world of office, the world of justice, the world of chances, and world of possibilities, and world of opportunities. And opportunities are created and crafted and planned and engineered for the population size or resources size, and the education, and the people at what level they are, at such level they are to make the things available. So this is the right part of the my lecture. What's the society, and what are the areas of becoming a part of the society, and how we become a positive person. The second is living in this world somewhere. If there is somewhat there are some dents are present in our training, and some, you can say, lacking of resources, or lacking of training, lacking of somewhat encouragement, lacking of some true atmosphere and environment to be given. So people could be of negative characters, could be of criminal driven kind of. So what we should do here, at one end executive bodies and administrative and securities are there, so that the miscreancies or delinquencies are somewhat missing, somewhat faults that are present, or somewhat lapses which are present in the you can say governing bodies, must be meted out, so that they could be made able to live in the life, because after all law enforcing agencies are to keep the equilibrium of the justice, so that positive people should not be set behind in the race of development, so that they can't turn into negativity. But despite it all, some you can say observations are coming across the board worldwide. There are some problems that create the havoc, that create the chaos, that create some you can say such reasons, or become such working factors, that later put the people into trouble, and they develop tendency of negativity. Uh, there we should not go for this one. This could be at the earlier phase, how to give them training. The first is thing that parents should not ignore the children. Parents should make justice. Either they have the daughters, either they have the sons. They must have justice there in the giving of and getting of education. And later on, you can say teachers must not go injustice, and they should not attend someone's and ignore someone's at the capacity and at the capability and at the strength. Sometimes classes are bulky one. That is not teachers' fault, rather it's the fault of administration, that they are to give less amount of the students, so that they could work on them well. In the same way, in the offices, there start a tug of war. Political involvement is there, and people start disturbing the innocent cases, that they do not provide them a particular environment and set standard for them so that they could go in a cool manner. Sometimes there are political gambit, and people or the youth or the youngsters are being targeted uh, uh, by the politician, and the politician are utilizing the law enforcing agencies. They are using them for negative. So law enforcing agencies are not the tool of the politician and the tool of the state. They are to keep the people at the equilibrium. They are to keep the people to stand for the law and for the betterment of the people, because laws are made in the interest and the protection of the state and the people. If law enforcing and laws implementing forces become the tool and weapon of the political forces, and some you can say lobbyists and some pressure groups, and people start harassing the people, people start targeting the people start targeting those one who are the compatible, and those who are coming across the board. They are coming as a competitor. They are coming from the different segments of society. So every society is to create some characters of alternative level, at the alternative as alternative, and at the parallel level, so that the every class of the society, either they are teachers, either they are the you can say official class, either they are bureaucrats, either they are technocrats, either they are politicians, either they are journalists, either they are journals, either